Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Me and buddy Shawn are out in the woods today. We're up in central Ontario. So we've got this whole big property of area we've never been to before. We have lots of things to discover, lots of things to look around for. I think our plan is today to search around and find area to make a big semi-permanent super shelter.
Adirondack style?
Adirondack style, that's the point, yes. Three-sided with a wooden floor. Yeah, and then leave it up there because this is someplace we will be coming back to. You may ask why we're using snowshoes when there's ground that you can see, but you poke through this snow, you post hole quite easily. These snowshoes are helping that. Back out to the water, I guess. Well, we're just trying to skirt a beaver pond right now, which is kind of sketchy, but it's easier than walking through the woods, and I think we might have come up on a suitable location. We found a couple so far that look okay, just not ideal. We've came across a few spots that were suitable, but I think this spot is ideal. I think we've came to the same conclusion that we like this spot. Behind me, there's a hill going down and a stream. You could probably hear it. So there's our access to water. We're up on a ridge. We're not in a cold well like a valley. We have a lot of building materials now. We can tie off to this big hemlock and this smaller balsam fir. Make a two-man. We'll both sleep head to foot, and we'll make it back far. So one of us can sleep here, one of us can sleep here. Just our feet will be crossing a bit. We have a lot of building materials, and the wind direction is the right way. The sun direction is the right way. We're going to have the sun open to the south, or the shelter open to the south. Reserve ground.
Yeah, they're coming off too.
So we have to get down to the ground because we want to make our base stable, right? We don't want to build it on top of snow. Roughly 7 axes. Heads up. So we went down to the old beaver pond. We were able to find a bunch of rocks, lugged them up here, and what we're doing is trying to make the back level. So you can see probably the ground isn't level, it humps up here. And this is going to be our back. So we want to raise the back log up enough using stones so that it's level. Hopefully that makes sense.
Hell yeah, makes sense to me.
All right.
Putting it on rocks is going to stop those back corners from sagging too much, and of course from rotting. We've got great balsam fir posts. They're pretty dense and they're heavy, but they're not very rot resistant. So we definitely want to keep them off the ground.
Yeah, they need to be. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they should be like right on the corner or with room to drop something to the ground behind it.
Okay, well then yeah, we need to.
So you like this?
I think that length, depth is more than enough, right?
Okay.
How deep are we going to go?
Yeah, you won't be heating anything in the back.
No, not at all.
You always shim it. You want to lift this and we'll see what it looks like over there?
That's sturdy there, yeah. Yeah.
There goes a GoPro.
Footage.
That's not too shabby, bud.
Beauty.
Beauty.
Piss on that, see which way it runs, get some level.
Beauty.
That's pretty good, man.
How's that look, guys? Is that level?
So you guys can see what we did. Grabbed the rocks, leveled it off, dug down to earth, or on that side rock, on this side earth. Now this back balsam fir log is nice and level. Got to go along and trim it up a bit, but that's our back log done. Success. How's she look? Worse.
Really? That's good.
Yeah, this side at the back is still looks like to me like it's way out. Like I think this needs to come closer. I could be way out. I could be wrong.
Yeah, it does.
Just came out to sit at the end of the beaver pond here to have some lunch. Got some nice sun rays. It's probably about a 10-degree difference from out here into the woods. But you're probably wondering yourself, where are these guys? What gives them the right to cut down all these trees? Well, luckily, we're on Shawn's property. You picked this up, what?
Last week. Perfect land for us to do what we want to do and what you guys want to do.
That's right.
So we're up here in central Ontario near Algonquin Park.
Yeah, so that's why the semi-permanent shelter. We want to, later on this year, start putting some courses on, some classes. We're doing that together. And we thought that this property is great to do that on, and we'd like to get some structures built beforehand. So Shawn is in the process right now of building a log cabin with no power tools at all. You can check that on his channel, which is My Self-Reliance. That's on a different location. He's going to finish that one up and he's going to start some here. So the idea is to have multiple structures set up where we can take students and either do like a trek, like we were saying, like go from one to the other and trek multiple camps, or even just have separate spots for people to camp out if they wanted to during the courses.
Yeah, so we're excited to finally be able to announce this. We've been talking about it for a long time, and it's coming together this year. We've got some cool trips. Joe's got some on his own. We have a really cool trip coming up together in June, but after that we're going to be ready to put these workshops on. Like I said, I'm pretty excited to do that, and we think we have the perfect property to do it on. It's basically Algonquin Park, but on private land and with access to Crown land to go out and do some really cool backcountry camping where nobody else goes, so you have it kind of to yourself. Guys, I asked you in the last video for your comments what you'd like to see as far as courses and workshops, or what you'd like to see happen up at this property, and I really appreciate it. Got a lot of amazing ideas, amazing comments and suggestions, and now I finally get to announce that Joe's going to be doing this with me. So we're going to take your suggestions and put them in the action. So some of the great suggestions or comments were build different types of shelters and show people how to do those, but also give you the opportunity to sleep or live in those things while you're up here at the workshops, which I think is really cool. So yeah, we'll have a pavilion or something like that for sure to have to do courses under, or to learn practice techniques like fire lighting and crafts, birch bark crafts, wild edibles, tree identification, all those things that you see us do on our channels that and we have training from the past that we'd like to share with you guys. So really appreciate those suggestions, and I think you're really going to love it. And please comment more. I'd love to hear what else you think we should be doing here, and whether you'd like to participate or not. We'll probably make it official on our websites in the next month or two, or we'll post the agenda, the syllabus, what the courses are all about, and start booking for I don't know, late summer, early fall.
Late summer, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then carry it on into the winter. Just carry it on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Hopefully, continuously having different season, different courses. Yeah, we'll have a big communal fire pit where we can kind of sit by the fire at night until like have a fireside chat kind of thing, which would be pretty cool. We'll get in guest speakers, we'll get in guest instructors. I know a ton of people. Shawn knows a ton of people in the field. This will not be an issue at all. We already have people lined up. Yeah, it's very exciting.
Mm-hmm.
It's exciting. We're gonna do it right. We're gonna do it properly. Everything's to be all ready to go by the time we get students. The way it should be done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. You're gonna love the land up here too. If you haven't been to Algonquin Park or haven't been to Ontario, Canada, and spend time in the outdoors. Like there's nobody here. We've got this place to ourselves. Cameras are actually set up on ice, believe it or not, and we're sitting here on the bare ground, like ready. I could be working with my shirt off. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to do that to you. It's just a fantastic area. Like there's moose tracks and
Poop.
yeah, all over around. There's bear. There's 2 wolf packs that call this area home.
You heard a barred owl earlier?
Yeah, middle of the day. The owls are hooting away.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, really lucked out. Great spot. So you guys have to continue watching and sign up for some courses if you want to check this place out, man.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Going to do the same at this end. I'll notch that, and I'll put a slight notch in this bottom log. Don't want it too deep because I don't want to weaken it, because we're actually putting some weight on this bottom log. A little seat for this log to sit in. Okay, we straighten that out. That'll sit there, and neither one of these logs can move in any direction. So we'll do that on all 4 corners. If we're making a bigger shelter, I'd also take an auger, like a drill, a hand drill down through there and put a piece of doweling in there.
So that sits pretty good. And like Shawn did on the other side, I believe I'll just make a small notch on the top side of this log. Notch it, or sorry, mark it on the side a bit. So you can see my notches, nothing fancy at all, just enough to set it in there so it doesn't want to roll around too much. We're almost done our floor. I got about a third of the way done, and I started to notice that our support beam might have some give to it after all the weight's on it. Like you can see, it bounces a little bit. So I just cut this offshoot of one of the spruces. Yeah, this one's a spruce that we've been using. I'm digging down into the ground just to try to get it flush with where it needs to sit. I don't want to prop the log up too much. I just don't want it to buckle. See, it's still up a touch. So, put this in here, maybe upside down. I might have to trim it. There, that's not so bad. Does the job temporarily. We can always put in some stone or something like that after. But for right now, that's going to be just fine. Figured it would only be a good idea to do the same to the back that we did to the front. Just going to stack a couple of rocks on this side because it's lower. It's easier to do that. Nice. It's 5 o'clock right now. We don't have too much time before the sun goes down. So I think we're going to call it quits on the floor for today. You can see it's pretty much done. We do have to trim up the pokies, obviously, so we're not going to poke ourselves in our sleeping pads, but we can do that tonight when we're sitting around the fire. You can really see the ground here and the contours and just how flat we made it and how high up it is. It's going to be nice to sit on and rest our legs. So what I think we're going to do tonight is tie up a ridge pole, put up a tarp, build a fire pit, cook up some food, and just rest under the tarp, sleep under the tarp on the wood platform that we built, and then tomorrow continue on our building process.
Ground is frozen, so the only rocks that could actually free up from the earth was down in the sun on the south-facing bank of that pond in the stream. Sun was coming in and melted. It was like summer down there, and up here it's like winter, and you just can't move any rocks. So this will do a pretty good job. We can get like a 3-foot fire here, and we'll just pull some coals forward and cook on those. It's slightly far from the shelter, but until we get it finished, it's good enough for now, because that's going to actually melt in and probably collapse anyway. We're going to be fooling around with it for a while, but it's going to do a good enough job for us tonight. We got 2 more logs for fire.
All right, we're going to start this fire up, work on our coal base while we're out collecting more firewood. We can both have some food we need to cook on the coals, so makes sense.
Dry bark.
Mm-hmm. Nothing like making a fire up here when you got conifers and birch bark. Mm-hmm. Lots of fun.
Yeah, and it's not just that, then you have actual hardwood to put on after.
Right, actual fuel, yeah. Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah, I thought of that when I picked the spot. Of course. So this tarp is obviously temporary, just for tonight. Try to reflect some of the fire from the heat from the fire back onto us. Keep whatever snow or rain may come off of us. But tomorrow comes the actual roof. Maybe. We're collecting a bunch of the softer tops of the balsam fir and spruce that we cut down earlier. Reason being, these poles on the ground, our floor, will have a lot of pokies, and we don't want to poke our air mattresses. We're gonna go along and clean it up. It's just, we're done for tonight. We gotta eat and stuff, so this will be a quick fix, and it'll make it nice and soft and look a little bit cooler too. A little bushcrafty style, right? Sure. Oh, I want to do it live. Well, I wanted to cook up some food, but Shawn's taking up the whole fire pit, so I guess I'll wait my turn.
They are pretty big ribs, and it's only a 3-foot.
It's only a 3-foot fire pit. So before I came up here, I stopped at my P.O. box, checked it out, and turns out I had a couple cool things from some subscribers. And I thought I would like to show you guys. So, first I got this cool carved pendant of Scout's head. It's really detailed. You can see there's the red eyes like Scout has. Super small, very detailed. And then he's got it on just like a lanyard, bead lanyard. It's really cool. So this gift was from a guy named Eric, and he has a YouTube channel called Outer Limitless. So I'll check that out. He's on YouTube and Instagram apparently. So a guy he didn't make this. He commissioned a guy from Instagram to make this. I made a quick little video about the bead. You can take a watch on my channel if you'd like. Oh, that's sweet. Okay, so the guy who made it, his name is Jonathan Jechik, and I assume that that's his Instagram handle as well. So Outer Limitless and Jonathan Jechik. Thank you very much, guys. That's really cool, very personable, and I will keep this forever. Next up, I got a whole box of packets of A1 steak spice or steak sauce, which obviously, as you know, I bring steak out all the time. I'm always using steak spice. So the gentleman who sent this to me says he brings it all the time. Backpacking, this would be a great fit. Plus, this just helps the "I'm not a peasant" comments. So thank you very much, Brian. Very cool, buddy. I'm going to try these out tonight for sure on my steak that I have right here. Next up, are you guys ready for this one? If you're a Canadian, you'll know what this is. If you're American, maybe you will. Some Newfoundland Screech. Some authentic Screech rum. Very cool. And this is from a gentleman named Troy, who also has a YouTube channel named 13 Prevail. Thank you very much, Troy. This will get drunk tonight. Hopefully not all of it, because I have a lot of work to do in the morning. Thank you very much, guys. My subscribers are awesome. I don't know what else to say. This is really cool. All three of these things are going to be enjoyed immensely. So I've got my AAA or higher ribeye steak I'm going to cook up tonight with using my steak sauce, and I'm going to throw it on my grill. A lot of you guys have been asking about this grill. It's finally almost ready. We've ordered it, we've manufactured it, we've ordered it, and they're on their way to my house right now. You'll be able to order these on my site shortly, I promise. My steak is done. I'm just letting it sit for 5 minutes here. I'm going to go walk down. Shawn came down to the beaver pond over here to see and get these sunset shots. Go check it out.
Not much, nothing to reflect. You got a perfectly clear sky.
This is such a still night.
Mm-hmm.
All right, got the steak done. Gotta find my spot. All right, here we go. Steak done. I am going to put my sauce on it. I'll sauce it on it. A1. I have not had A1 steak spice since I was like a very small. Well, I'm still very small. Since I was a very young person, and I never liked it back in the day. But there's a ton of things that I never used to like. I never used to like gravy, guys. What kind of person doesn't like gravy?
Yeah, what the hell?
I don't know.
You're not touching my food here, then.
Damn
Or
it.
you like gravy now?
I do like gravy now. And salad.
Salad and gravy.
Salad and gravy, guys. A1. There's no going back. I'm not just going to put out a little bit on, a little part of it. You got to just, you know, slop it all on and then hope you like it at the end. It's the Joe way. It smells good. Mmm, tangy. All right. This will be good. How did I do? Ooh. Yep, just dropped my steak on the ground. Hopefully it didn't land in too much grouse poop. It had been a while since I pulled the Joe, so I was due for it. The steak price is good, man. Really good. Very good for a change. Thank you. All right, well, it's about time, I think. Got one beer each. Nothing too crazy. So what do you got?
You got Muskoka Brewery, Legendary Oddity, unfiltered, all natural, premium, and pure.
And pure. I've got a Muskoka Brewery Detour, which is my favorite by Muskoka Brewery. Neither of us have tried the Oddity yet.
No.
Cheers, bud.
Cheers. That's good. Real good.
Is it odd?
It's oddity. A lot of oddity in there.
Intense oddity.
Yeah, they bottled oddity very well.
Nice. This is going down really nice.
Yeah, it's really good. Want to try it?
Oh, that's different.
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad at all, man.
That's like IPA. Citrusy?
Mine is IPA.
Yeah.
We like this or no?
Yeah, I do, but I like this better.
That's good.
Yeah, it's real good.
Mm-hmm. There's a guy. Well, in tequila, we think there used to be like up in the one place in the Klondike, I think, or in
Klondike.
Klondike
that's where
was it? Yeah. In Yukon, there's like a human toe. I can't remember the full story of it. Do you know the story or no?
No, I know. I can't remember enough to say.
In the tequila, and like forever, you go there and you take a shot or take a swig or whatever, and you drink it down, but you keep the toe in your mouth and you just kind of spit it back into your cup or whatever. It's just a thing. And this year, somebody actually swallowed the toe on purpose and got all sorts of fines and probably got his butt kicked, I imagine, by the people at the bar. But I digress. That's really a story for no reason at all.
But we thought it was worth it anyways. Bottom line, we would do that too. We want to be the guy who swallowed the toe after 150 years.
Or the guy riding the moose in the water, just to be the guy, you know? So we got our screech. It's about time to crack this screech open. Once again, thank you, Troy. 13 Prevail. See how she goes down. This is the first for me. I'm a virgin screech drinker. Oh!
You have to use the Canadian, if not his, and Canadian accent before you...
I can't, yeah. Well, got some of that screech there, eh? Oh, she smells bad. I don't know, man.
No.
Oh, it's actually really nice.
Yeah?
It's kind of spicy.
That can't be real.
You don't think?
Well, I want to know more about this Caribbean thing. You got to ask him about that. What the hell is Caribbean Newfoundland screech?
Troy, what is the deal, bud?
Smooth Caribbean rum, a memorable Newfoundland tradition. It sure as hell is a truly unique experience.
I like it.
It's good.
It's
yeah.
spicy. I like.
I don't know. When I've had screech in Newfoundland, like it was like made in the back shed.
Right.
It was like
shine almost.
oh, it's like turpentine. Like you're not turpentine, like straight
Rubbing alcohol.
Yeah, rubbing alcohol.
Imported and bottled by something, St. John's, Newfoundland, Canada. Imported by St. John's, Newfoundland, Canada.
Yeah. What the hell? Come on, Troy. Send us some of your stuff.
Yeah, you're holding out on us? All right, guys, that's it for tonight. We're headed to bed. Spent a lot of energy today. Gain our energy and back at it again tomorrow. See you in the morning. Well, good morning, folks. Slept great. Got 9 hours of sleep.
I got to really try to keep up on the water intake today, which I did not do yesterday. So let's head down to the creek, fill up our heavy cover canteen, and get a brew on. Get a brew on. Got a great water source here with running water, making life easy. Got her. Got my Hidden Woodsman dry sack that I keep my food in. This is enough food for 3 days. That's not too bad. For breakfast, I'm just going to do oatmeal. Haven't had oatmeal in a while. It's probably at the bottom because I like to put it at the bottom so it can't get crushed, as opposed to like my chips that go at the top, because they can. Stick with me, boys and girls. Oh, and I got my heavy cover spork. Rolling boil. And I try to leave my handle off the fire because it gets super hot, but right now it's not hot at all. This is good to go. Ba-bam. Did it without scalding the hand too. Breakfast was good, and I made up a tea, so nice and hydrated, but I gotta get my canteen full. I'll take one more of those, and I'll have a full canteen. It'll cool nice and good, and I'll have, it'll cool nice and good.
So instead of, so let's put two more end pieces in. So we'll have the cross brace here, and then we can slip the sidewalls into that space.
In the slot, yeah.
Yeah, into that slot, and then we'll do one across here.
45s.
Yeah, 45's coming down, and one blocker, kind of a stop log here.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, and everything's going to lean right against that that back log.
All right.
Cool.
Cool.
That'll go fast.
Yeah, we should probably get a lot of work done today, I think.
Trim these boards out and maybe get them in a better sequence of
Right.
high and low.
Yep. Yeah, we could afford to put one or two more down too, actually.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's gonna be comfortable.
We need a ridge pole, a nice solid ridge pole for the next step. So I got my snowshoes on. I think we're gonna go hike around and find a suitable ridge pole. This balsam fir would not be strong enough to support it, dead or alive. Balsam fir would not be strong enough to support it, all the weight. So what we have options of are maple, yellow birch. That's probably the best two that I can think of for a strong ridge pole around here. Oh look, Shawn's got wild chocolate covered almonds growing on his property. Lots of moose activity. Lots of moose poop, and oh, this is frozen, and moose tracks. So here's this yellow birch, and it's pretty suitable. You can see from the ground to here it's kind of wampity, but then once it levels off about here and it's pretty straight from then on up, and it'll be as long as we need. So I think we're going to take this one for our ridge pole.
Yeah, lots of length.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Then we don't even have to use that skinny part too much either.
No.
Okay. Let's straighten off, eh?
Yeah, I like it.
Alright,
I
perfect.
like it now.
Guten Tag. You ever ate one of these buds?
Which one?
The yellow birch buds?
I don't think they have. I went on a bud eating thing with my sister's once, so I can't remember what it was. Oh, these wild grape tendrils.
Oh, the snake tongues?
Mhm.
Very good.
Yeah.
Sour apples. The buds don't taste like anything. Take a chew that up a bit. Buds have it very slightly, but the bark, wintergreen. Yeah, there's no mistake in that. You can brush your teeth, you can mash it up, and
What are you gonna do, Canadian jam knot to start?
I think Canadian jam and then lash would
Yeah,
be
okay.
the most solid.
So just determining height really.
Right, height, yes. So,
That's nice, isn't it? Other than efficiency, higher the better. Is what you're doing there.
I know.
Especially here.
I know, we're cutting off quite a bit.
Yeah.
Maybe let's go up a half a foot or something. Yeah, that's gotta be it.
Yeah.
Big wide opening in the front, lots of. Okay. So are we happy with? Could we come down more? Do we need that?
We can, yeah. I
Yeah.
don't think we need it for anything out there, right?
Okay, let's flip this if we can too, or right there at least. That's good.
Good.
Okay, are we level?
I've got it all, I think.
Okay. So after the Canadian jam, we're just gonna lash it a bunch of times. This thing's not gonna go anywhere. We'll hang off it just to make sure, but it's gonna be choice.
$190, 180 pounds.
45 pounds. Yeah, that's solid. Oh no. Nice. What I'm doing now is just lining all these logs up in the front, trying to be just past flush with the bottom log. And then I'll go along behind and trim them all up with my saw. Falling backwards, down that way?
Yeah.
Okay. Heads up.
I'll be carrying the butts up. So,
There we go. We're putting longer pieces on the very outside so that it extends past the ridge pole and we have things to butt it up, something to butt the rest of them up against.
You can see the progress we're making on the shelter. We need a lot more poles for the back, so we are going to go hike across the frozen beaver pond while we still can, while it's still frozen, gather some poles over there. The old moose tracks. Look at the spread. Boom, boom, boom. I bet you there's some moose poop right around here too, if we follow these tracks. Look at them. There you can see it defined pretty good. So the snow has melted obviously around them, making them look a lot bigger than they are. Oh, there's some. This looks like it could be a moose bed. Well, hello.
He's not happy that I'm here. Yeah, the tracks are huge. So there's a squirrel mitten right here. This is the husks from the pine cones. They're eating the seeds out of the spruce and the, I believe it's actually spruce and hemlock right here. And then they're living down in there. They're kicking it all up out here. The red squirrels. Pretty cool. Lots of animal sign over here. Pretty promising. I'm putting this center support pole in just to stop any kind of sagging in the middle or bowing in the middle with this ridge pole. Ready?
Yep.
You push, I'll hold.
Playing the paracord, maybe dig a little bit deeper. I'll see.
No. Yep. Nice.
That'll do it. Oh yeah.
Much more secure.
Kind of like having something. Yeah, it's almost
Like a porch.
yeah.
That's how I was leaning on it. I was like, this is a good leaning post.
Yeah. Sure, things will get hung on it too.
Yeah. So it's 6 o'clock now. We've been going all day, as you have seen and can see. I'm happy with our progress. What we're going to do for the rest of tonight is finish up this wall with our cut-off pieces that we were using for the rafters, and I think call it good. This is going to be a permanent camp, super shelter Adirondack style. So we are going to come back and work on it. We're not going to drape the plastic down today. I did bring the plastic, we just don't need it. It's not cold enough tonight at all. So we're going to leave the one side open, finish off this side, and then the next time we come, what do you think we'll be doing? We'll be finishing off that side.
Yeah, I think we're going to raise up the back a little bit, get a knee wall, maybe 2 feet at the back, so we're going to flatten this out a bit, which would give us room to camp or sleep right back at the back.
Right, and fit a couple more people in as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Like as of now, you can see 7 people can sit on here, but really 3 people could only sleep because we didn't raise the roof and then backdrop. We just went right to the ground, the floor. Sorry, but yeah, we'll remedy that next time. Plane the floor down, shingle the roof.
Yeah.
So you had a couple ideas about that.
Yeah, we might. I think we will. I don't see why we won't do it. We've got some cedar logs. Some massive cedar trees are down here. Actually, I didn't know if you saw those ones, but we're going to actually split those. We're going to use a shingling furrow, and split those into cedar shakes or cedar shingles, and we can shingle this roof. We're probably going to shingle everything on the property with that method. Actually, that's going to be really cool.
Yeah, very cool. So yeah, happy with the progress, but we are starving. So it's time to get this wall done, cook up some food, and relax by the fire finally.
Mm-hmm.
we've been using our axes and saws both days now, all day. So we've been keeping the Hidden Woodsman first aid kit right out in the open, available, super easy, super visible. Thank God we don't have to use it, haven't had to use it, but nice to keep it out in the open so you're not having to rummage through your bag bleeding profusely. Bang, bang, bang. Actually, maybe.
Yeah,
Kind of still here.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so for dinner, I have some lamb. I got a stick of ground lamb for dinner today. I'm trying to film over here.
I know.
I got a stick of ground lamb, and I have another stick of ground lamb. I've not tried this before. It just said fresh meat on the sticker, so I didn't know what it was. It's fresh lamb meat. And also, I'm gonna do up some rice with that, and some carbs into me tonight. So, I'm gonna throw this in my heavy cover canteen, let this cook, because my lamb is not gonna take very long to cook. There, Fred Flintstone.
I got some nice venison ribs, and it's just about ready after 26 hours of cooking. No, it should be good.
Yeah?
Oh,
Nice.
buddy.
It's all you.
Got my Fred Flintstone spoon here too.
Are you boiling yet? Yeah, Joe. Got a quick boil going on. Have I mentioned how much I love my heavy cover canteen set? Now that'll sit. Not gonna lie, I don't have high hopes for this ground lamb. I've never eaten lamb in my life. So, here we go. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it works. That's really good.
You get like a gamey taste, like a different meat taste?
Not gamey.
No.
Different meat, kind of like a... There is an undertone of gamey.
Yeah, at the end, eh?
At the end.
Yeah, yeah. And if you're cooking in your house, you can smell that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, it turns people off. Either, like I said, either you love it or you hate it.
Yeah, I actually really like it. It's really good.
That's good.
Nice. It's kind of like an old meatball my grandma used to make or something.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Anyways, mystery lamb meat for the win. My rice is plumped up. I had to actually stick it back on the fire because there was a lot of water. But look at this, plumpy, good rice. Hot as the dickens. So Sean's got this awesome light for his camera that really illuminates a lot of things. It's good for filming, it's good for just having around at night. But look at how cool this shelter looks, man. That light and the smoke. This is gonna be so cool when it's done. Very functional too. Alright guys, it's late, we're headed to bed. We'll check in the morning. Good night. Oh, good morning folks. Had a great night's sleep. It is 7:11 in the morning. So that means we slept in. I think all we're gonna do now is pack up and get out of here. We gotta hike to the car, drive a few hours to Shawns. Then I got like 5 hours
back to my house. But that's par for the course. That's normal for my trips. Hence why I normally hike out pretty early in the morning. Thanks for coming along, guys. I had fun. You have fun?
I had an awesome time.
Yeah, I think this is exactly what we wanted to accomplish while we were out here. Get a good chunk of this thing done. Start on a project that we can continue on. We'll do a video again next time. I'll come back and we'll complete it or almost complete it, and then it'll be a third time. Maybe even we might have that be one of the courses. We might have some students come and help build a cabin or help build a shelter like this you're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So that could be something too. But again, thanks for watching, guys. There'll be a new video soon. I might do a hammock camp. Get out of my comfort zone a little bit. You guys have a good day, and I'll see you next time.